First at 5. From the University of Florida's College of Journalism and Communications, you're watching WUFT News.
Parents and students of Columbia High School protested at last Friday's football game tailgate. We'll take a look at why they were upset and what might happen next.
Also, changes may be coming to Grace Marketplace regarding mental health care coverage and new positions. We'll tell you what the Gainesville City Commission is considering.
That's our top story tonight. Good evening. It's Monday, December 7th. I'm James Torres.
And I'm Darling Hill, in for Jenna Sands. Thanks for joining us. Grace Marketplace is asking local government to consider funding a social worker position to help the homeless.
And mental health care is of particular interest, and Leah Shields joins us now with more on the issue. Leah.
Yes, well, Grace is hoping a social worker can match people to the care they need and the care that they may be eligible to receive already. Grace Marketplace currently has several healthcare options for its residents and clients, but advocates say the need is great. They say a frontline position could make a big difference. Grace Marketplace directors joined city and county commissioners this afternoon to factor in these decisions, and the proposal is just in its beginning stages.
Leah, thank you. Well, the Obamacare deadline for health insurance is quickly approaching, and Florida is the leading nation for open enrollment. According to healthcare.gov's state-by-state snapshot, more than 444,000 Floridians have signed up during the first month of open enrollment, and the deadline is January 31st. Meanwhile, a group of Columbia County residents took a stand this weekend against the school system's stance on the Confederate flag.
Protesters took their efforts to the city's high school football game to stand up for their right to fly the flag.
Renee Beninati joins us now from the newsroom. Renee, tell us what prompted the protest.
Residents were unhappy to hear that the Confederate flag was being banned from football games, so they decided to take a stand. The school makes its own determination about how to handle such issues. Some supporters say they plan to take legal action against the school district for discrimination, and some of the Confederate flag supporters plan to attend other rallies to advocate for their cause.
Thank you. Well, it was a beautiful day outside. I'm hoping it gets colder pretty soon.
Yeah, UF forecaster Rebecca Kopelman is in the Weather Center. Rebecca, how cold is it going to get?
Temperatures are actually going to be the coldest they've been since before. Gainesville is 46 degrees. We'll be just a few degrees below that, but you'll likely still need the jackets with a low temperature of 44. Back to you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Well, Putnam County investigators are looking for a thief who stole a cash register. It happened at a Domino's Pizza in Crescent City. Investigators say last night a tall, thin black man who was wearing a mask jumped over the counter and stole the cash register. When an employee tried walking towards him, the robber pulled out a handgun and then ran. No one was injured.
Eastside High School is the only Florida school to make the 2016 list of the Elite 50 hospitality programs. The annual selection by Sullivan University recognizes secondary schools which train students in the culinary arts and hospitality management. Earlier this fall, the Eastside culinary team held a mystery basket cooking contest judged by local chefs, and the students also learned about managing restaurants. Last year, the team won a statewide competition, and for the next year's Elite 50, Eastside ranked 17th nationally. And WalletHub is out with rankings of the best and worst college towns in America and ranked Gainesville #1 among mid-sized cities. WalletHub crunched the numbers on 23 different factors, including the quality of higher education as well as crime rates and cost of living. Tallahassee finished 7th in the same category, and UF's quality and affordability were major factors in boosting Gainesville in the rankings. And WUFT News First at 5 is just getting started. Coming up, we'll tell you how the I-75 Release Task Force plans to deal with the traffic problems on the interstate.
Plus, Kendrick, Taylor Swift, or The Weeknd. Find out which stars are up for the most Grammy nominations. Those stories and more coming up after the break.
And it was a beautiful day out today. If you're wondering